In this video, we're going to go over how to manually create a uniform carton. So typically, uniform cartons should always be synced over from your data sync provider, but there may be rare instances where you do need to build it manually, so we're providing an example in this video. As a reminder, a uniform carton is a carton that contains multiples of an each. So first we have to create an each before we can create the uniform carton. So to do that, we're going to hover over Create and click Each. There will be some information that we have to complete. So first we're going to enter our retail marking number. So this is typically going to be that 12-digit number depending on the business that you're in. Then you'll need to select your order dones. After that, select your division and then the merchant name. So this usually takes a second to load. Once it loads, we'll be able to select our category. There we go. And our subcategory. All right, so now we have some questions to answer about chemicals and the California Prop 65. If you do not know the answer to these questions, be sure to speak with someone at your company who knows your product better. So once we've completed all this information, we're going to click Add Package. So since we're creating an each at this point, we're going to leave this defaulted to no, where it asks if this is a shippable carton, and then we're going to click Create Package. So we do get another page where we have to enter some more information. So first we need to enter our description. And then if it's a Kmart item, you will also need to enter the register receipt description. If it's a Sears item, you actually will not see that field. Next, we're going to enter our brand. And then select answers for the EAS tag required fields. And then click Save. So you'll see this pop up asking to confirm the description. You can go ahead and click Yes. And then we should see the Edit Package page display shortly. There we go. So this is the Edit Package page. You'll see everything that we've entered about this package so far is on this page, and there are a few additional fields as well. So we do need to enter our dimensions and weights. And if you scroll down the page, we also have to select our hazard storage code. Further down, you will see there's the HTS codes. I don't actually know the number offhand, so I'm going to click the magnifying glass to search for my HTS code. Now, I know HTS codes can sometimes be difficult to locate. This is for jeans, if you saw in the description. And if I search for jeans, nothing comes back. So I'm actually going to search for trousers. So just find the closest match that you can. It's okay if you can't find an exact match, and then click Add. Next, we're going to enter our country of origin. Again, if you don't know what the code is, you can click the magnifying glass. I do know what it is, so I'm just going to enter it and then click Add. And then because this is apparel, we also have to select the fabric. After you select the fabric, you also have to enter the percentage of that fabric. So you can enter multiple fabrics, but the percentages do have to add up to 100. So at this point, you would take a look and see if you saw any other fields with this red asterisk. Depending on the business that you're in, you may have other fields that are required. So we are done with this page, so I'm going to click Save. And then we will be able to create the uniform carton. So up at the very top right of your page, you should see an Add to Carton button. So go ahead and click Add to Carton. All right, so this is our, whoops, one second. shipping G10. So this is our Edit Uniform Carton package page. We can see here that Uniform Carton is selected by default, so we'll leave that as is. I am going to update my description to indicate that this is a carton. And then I'm going to enter my shipping G10. So down here you can see that the each is already on this Uniform Carton. And you'll see that they have the same KSN because the each package and Uniform Carton are actually located on the same KSN for this instance. So I'm going to go ahead and update my each quantity to 10. And then I'm going to enter my number of inners. Now, if you don't have inners within your carton, which are, and if you don't know what inners are, they are cartons within your carton, basically. So if you don't have any inners, you would actually enter the total quantity of your carton. And you'll see when I click save, the total eaches and eaches per inner will update automatically. So then we need to enter the dimensions and weights for our actual carton. So keep in mind that this can't be exactly the same as the eaches. It has to take into account the total number of eaches in the carton. And then we will click save. So now we need to create a vendor pack because every carton has to have a vendor pack. If it doesn't have a vendor pack, not only will the system not let you approve it, but we won't be able to put any orders in the carton. So now we're going to click the Add to New Vendor Pack button. Again, that's on the top right side of your screen right here. And you'll see next to Shipping Package that the Uniform Carton is selected. UCRT stands for Uniform Carton, plus we can see the Uniform Carton that I wrote into the description. So you'll see you could have also made a vendor pack for the each. It's not necessary if it's just going to be a Uniform Carton. You just need the vendor pack for the Uniform Carton. So we'll leave that as is. Next, we are going to select our DUNS number. The page will refresh, and now we can select our flow type. I'm going to select DC. The page refreshes again, and now I can select my primary store format. Alright, so let's scroll down the page. I'm going to enter my vendor stock number. If you want to, you can update your vendor description. I'm going to leave it as is. And then enter your order quantity multiple, and then enter your order quantity unit of measure. Over on the right side, you'll see the projected first in-store date. I'm going to click the calendar and select a date from there. The California Prop 65 questions are already answered because we answered that for the package. So I'm going to scroll down the page, and you will notice after I selected that flow type, because I selected DC, it went ahead and defaulted to a tier group. Now the tier group indicates the DC locations that your product is going to be sent to. So here we can see these are the DC locations that your product will be coming to. The ship points are your warehouses where we will be picking the product up. So you need to let us know where to pick up your product. And then we also have cost. So I'm going to select it from here and enter my cost up here as well, and then click apply to all. And then this is a confirmation message, just making sure that you do want to apply to all. So we're going to click OK. And now we can see that it applied the ship points and the cost to all of our DC locations in the tier group. So I'm going to click Save. And once that saves, we can go to the Workflow tab, and we can check for errors and then approve. So I'm going to first select check for errors and click the button. So all I came back with was a warning. Warnings can always be ignored. You do not have to do anything to resolve warnings. If this came back and said error down here, then we would have to resolve that, but warnings are fine. So I'm going to select approve and click submit and ignore warnings. And there we go. Now I have created and approved a uniform carton through the vendor role.